Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into something absolutely game-changing today. If you're an English learner looking to finally build that speaking confidence without the usual frustration, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down a super powerful morning warm-up routine for your English-speaking muscles. We're going to look at exactly how to use a method called the shadowing technique to really transform your everyday fluency. So let's get those English muscles warmed up and get started.
Okay, let's dive into this. Is just listening to English actually enough? Well, let's be real for a second. Listening is fantastic for comprehension, obviously, but it's a massive trap if your ultimate goal is to speak naturally. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're watching a Netflix show, you understand absolutely every word, but then you go to order a coffee in English and total brain freeze. If you want to speak better, you actually have to speak. You've got to use your voice. Now, you might be thinking, but how do I even start? It can definitely feel intimidating or confusing, and that is exactly why we need a structured, reliable warm-up.
Section 1. The 5-minute morning warm-up.
Think about it like going to the gym. 5 minutes a day versus 1 hour once a week. When it comes to language, frequency beats duration, hands down, every single time. Look, feeling a bit scared or overwhelmed when you're trying to speak is totally normal, but you don't have to go run a marathon on day one. You just need to do some light stretching. A tiny, consistent daily habit is way better than forcing yourself through some grueling, hour-long study session on a random Sunday. If you're putting in just a few minutes every day, you're already winning.
5. That is exactly how small this daily time commitment needs to be. Literally just 5 minutes. We keep this number incredibly small specifically to avoid overwhelming your brain. If you start small, you make showing up easy. You totally bypass all that mental friction that usually tricks us into skipping practice.
Moving on to Section 2, Training Mouth and Brain.
So, this brings us to the actual core of the warm-up, shadowing. You see, you aren't just memorizing vocabulary lists here. You are physically and neurologically rewiring how you communicate. What does that mean? It means you listen, you repeat, and you copy exactly how a speaker sounds. You become an echo. And honestly, please don't stress about being perfect right out of the gate. That's not the point. It's just about getting used to the physical feeling of speaking English, using your own voice, your mouth, your breath. And this brilliantly illustrates the why behind the method. Shadowing has this incredible dual action. First, it physically trains your mouth muscles to produce English sounds, building actual muscle memory. Second, it maps your brain to English sentence patterns, building cognitive recognition. You're hitting both the hardware and the software at the same time. This is hands down one of the absolute best ways to boost your speaking, listening, and pronunciation all at once.
All right, Section 3, Mastering Rhythm and Stress.
Now, let's talk about the how. Think of shadowing like maintaining good form when you're lifting weights. If your form is sloppy, you're missing the benefit. In English, your form is the rhythm and stress of the sentence. Here is how you nail it in 3 steps. Step 1, listen really carefully to the sentence. Step 2, feel the rhythm. If you're using videos, watch for the highlighted words. They're your guideposts. And step 3, speak out loud and copy the music. Actually mimic the ups and downs. It's going to feel a little strange at first, for sure, but push through it. You are literally breaking old habits to build new ones.
And a quick pro tip here, focus on the music, not the accent. So many learners get way too caught up in, oh, is this a British accent, American, Australian? Honestly, don't worry about it. The goal isn't to sound like a specific local. The goal is to mimic the underlying rhythm and the musicality of the phrasing. Getting that rhythm right is what actually unlocks natural, effortless fluency.
Section 4, Consistency over Perfection. Time for our cool down.
As we wrap up this daily workout, you need to lock in this mindset. Every mistake helps me learn something new. All the mechanics in the world won't save you if you get frustrated and quit on day 2. Making mistakes while you speak out loud is literally a required part of the process. It's proof you're actively learning. Stumbled over a word? Awesome. Spoke a little too slowly? Who cares? English isn't inherently hard, it's just new. Showing up and making those messy attempts is what actually moves the needle.
Take this affirmation with you. My effort today creates my fluency tomorrow. By doing this simple 5-minute shadowing routine, you are building a rock-solid foundation, one word at a time. Every single phrase you repeat, every time you act as that echo, you are getting stronger. It's the daily, compounding effort that creates the fluency you're aiming for.
So, what does this all mean for you? It boils down to one final, absolutely crucial question. Are you ready to show up for your 5 minutes tomorrow? Seriously, promise yourself you'll give this a real shot.
Make this shadowing warm-up a permanent, non-negotiable part of your morning. Speak out loud, lean into the mistakes, and just watch what happens to your fluency. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep up the amazing work, and I'll catch you in the next one.